From ICC Sydney, this is the Sydney Franchising Expo and Wise Alliance is exhibiting for the third year in a row. As you know, Wise Alliance offers a wide variety of services to investors and business owners, and if you want to start a business or improve your business, just get in touch with us. From business planning, improvements, and business consulting, we have all the services covered. And one of our biggest partners here at Wise Alliance is CoEcosystem, and we're here with the CEO of the company, Rızvani. Nikon, it's so nice to meet you, and I'm so glad that we can have this time to chat about what you do here at CoEcosystem and how you can help business owners and startups improve their business. Can you tell me a little about that?
Sure. Thanks so much for having me. It's my pleasure to be your partner, and also I'm very glad to be here today. It's a fantastic exhibition, and I can see a lot of energy in the air. Now, what we do, we are in the business improvement field. We are actually more than consultants. We are also doers, depending on your needs. But any business needs to maintain three pillars to be efficient and to be effective. Those three pillars are people, process, and technology. What we do, we can help you to motivate your team, to bring the best out of your people, and for doing that, you also need business processes. Business processes is more about efficiency. One of the traps that most of the business owners are falling into is they are working in the business rather than working on the business. Without business processes, you don't have any other options but to use your talent and your hard work to achieve what you want to achieve. Business processes will smooth that journey for you, and you can basically bring the talent of other people, of the who's, into the mix, so you can free up your energy, work on your strategy, and get the business to the next level. And technology, it's very important because we are living in the age of AI, and even before the AI, we have lots of digital tools that can help you free that time and energy. So system integration, you have an ERP, you have a CRM, those two systems are generally not talking to each other, there are gaps in the process, and in your people that technology can fill, and we also help you to integrate technology into your processes so you are more efficient and effective.
And do these services, what you do as CoEcosystems, help in a way streamline those processes, business operations involved? Is that what you actually do? Or is it way more than that, just project management? Is it more involved in the business?
It depends on the paradigm and the business problems that we are trying to solve. So we are proud to be problem solvers. Now, depending on the problem that you are in, it might be a very small problem. And for example, it is more about the strategy than the processes. But generally speaking, one of the shortfalls of most of the small businesses is lack of coherent and cohesive processes that can take them to the next level. So we can teach you how to do this. We can work with you and basically flesh out those processes, document those processes, and help you to train your people to use the processes and basically get the repetitive outcome out of the business. Now, I just want to bring one example up. We love Toyota. Not because they are the most exciting cars, but because they are the most reliable cars. So every time that you buy a Toyota, it is the same car. It doesn't matter whether you buy it in Australia, or in Japan, or in the United States, or anywhere else in the world. That's the repeatedness of the business that can bring trust. Without the processes, you don't have the repeatedness. You have variation. Variation erodes the customer trust. So with the processes, you're more efficient. Effectively, you leak less money. You keep the revenue for yourself. You have happier customers that are basically coming to you because you are standing out for something important to your customers. And this is what we do. So, involves training, involves basically doing the work for the businesses and basically bringing the people along the journey.
And in terms of business consulting, I know that you have a lot of competition in the market. What would you say is your competitive advantage as a business owner in this consulting landscape of Australia?
100%. Two very important things. The first thing is we are research-based. So, the whole idea, the whole ambition behind CoEcosystem, and our name actually implies that it's a collaborative ecosystem between academia and the business. So we bring cutting-edge business knowledge into life. When problem is getting more challenging, actually, we get business schools involved to help us solve a small piece of that problem that we don't have in our toolbox. Everything that we say to our clients is not based on my opinion, it's based on research. And when it is based on science, it works. It is not because I've done it once and I've seen the result in the clients, how you can come and try the same thing. We never do that. We break down your problem to its components, find a research-based solution for each component, put it together and sell it as a package. Now, the second thing is, are not in a service environment 100%. So the other biggest difference between us and our competitors are they charge you based on an hourly or daily rate. They engage with you, they give you the advice, they generally don't take too much of a risk with your business, and they say, okay, you pay me $1,000 a day and I give you the advice for $200 an hour. It doesn't really matter. We don't do that. We solve the problem. We get paid based on the outcome. So we have a huge stake in your business, because if we don't solve your problem, we don't get paid. And that is the second thing. So we accept all the risk for the advice that you're giving and for the work you're doing. So you are risk-free pretty much. You either get the outcome, we get paid. You don't get the outcome, which has never happened, thankfully. And I'm sure that it will not, because we are backed by science. And then there's no risk basically to our client. Actually, we have a policy that's called zero client risk. We treat our clients as our family members. I give you the advice that I'm happy to give to my brother and sister and father and mother. So there's no difference, because we are by nature a very small business. I mean, in this massive consultancy market, we are not the KPMGs and the Deloittes of the world. We are CoEcosystem. And what also differentiates us, all of our business is pretty much coming from word of mouth. So if we have a happy customer, that brings the next happy customer. We are getting referred repeatedly because of the good work we do, not because of the marketing budget that we spend. I mean, marketing, I'm not against marketing, don't get me wrong, but you know, the trust is there. And I do anything and everything that we can, I mean, everything that we preach to others, we basically stand up by those preachers and try to have the happiest customers. You accept all the risk, you are risk-free, you just listen to our advice and let us do it for you, and you get an outcome.
Great, and you said somewhere that your strategies is backed up by data and by academic data, scientific data. And would you say that that data is useful for which industry in particular? Could it be a small business in tech, or could it be a wide range of industries?
Great question, great question. So, we are industry agnostic, but we are sensitive to the type of business, and let me explain. If you are in manufacturing, okay, if your cost base is coming from blue-collar labor, material and machine, we are not for you. There are plenty of other consultants better than us that can help you there, because it's a very, in my view, easy problem to solve. It's been around for hundreds of years. After the Industrial Revolution, it got better and better, and the toolbox is pretty mature. You don't need to spend too much money on a consultant to go and basically get it done. You can hire a Six Sigma person, and they can go and lean out your process, and everything's fine. We are in knowledge economy. Doesn't matter which industry. But if your cost base is from knowledgeable resource, blue-collar resource, expensive resource, and you use technology to drive value, this is where we come to play. And the difference there is, in the manufacturing, in construction, wherever you have a physical constraint, you design the physics, you attach the human to the physics, and they can deviate from what you dictate to them. In knowledge economy, we are dealing with the smart people that want to be free, want to do things differently. And it is very challenging and important to balance innovation and freedom with efficiency and basically repeatable business practices. And as I said, the second pillar is people. We bring your people along the journey. We don't dictate to them, because it's a waste of talent. You hire an expert, and my job is not to tell them what to do. My job is to get the best out of them, get it down into the process with a strong buy-in from them, so they go and do the business in a way that's right, and it is efficient, and it is repeatable.
Great. And you said somewhere that Six Sigma, that's for those blue-collar companies. I have a question. Why are you a little against the Six Sigma? Because many companies rely on that to manage their operations and their project management.
I'm not. I'm absolutely not. So just for record, I'm an ASQ, American Society for Quality, Six Sigma Black Belt certified. The problem is, when you have one tool, when you are the hammer, or when you have the hammer, you see everything as an eight. And that is the problem with Six Sigma. So Six Sigma, let's go back to the philosophy. It evolved in manufacturing from electronics products to the automotive industry. It works perfectly fine. Now, the people who didn't have other tools brought Lean Six Sigma into office work, into knowledge economy, and it fails over and over again because it's a different paradigm here. Six Sigma is just one element, but actually you need to add a lot on top of that. Again, in academia, we have something very interesting, and that's the theory boundary. So each theory correct as a boundary. So for example, I mean, I'm sure that everyone knows this, but Newtonian physics doesn't work at the quantum level because it wasn't designed, it is not there to define that level of analysis. Now you need the quantum physics to explain the phenomena over there. Same thing in business. Lean Six Sigma evolved in manufacturing, works perfectly fine in manufacturing, doesn't work in other areas. It's not that Six Sigma is bad, it is because you apply the wrong tool in the wrong context and you don't get the outcome. So if I have a screwdriver, that's good for a screw, I cannot hammer a nail with that, but people do it, and actually also the other way. So I'm not against Six Sigma, actually I'm a fan of Six Sigma. This is how I made my initial money, to be completely honest, but then I saw the shortfall of Six Sigma in office, and I said, okay, what else can we do? And that became our competitive advantage.